All right, y'all. So it is 9:30. Actually, it's 9:33. We just let out not too long ago. The Lion King live Broadway production was really good. They had live everything. When I tell you they had the strings, the orchestra down the bottom, they had the people on the side doing all different types of instruments. What was your most memorable that you can think
That was
of?
the wildebeest scene, where they had all the wildebeest running. They had the backdrop of the wildebeest. They actually had, you can see the wildebeest in the background, literally moving. Then they had everybody rushing up doing the wildebeest scene. They had Mufasa running all over the place. It was actually an amazing scene. That was sweet.
Yeah, for sure. One of my favorite parts was actually the beginning, because the beginning was, of course, awesome. And also when Simba and Nala had went to the elephant graveyard, and the part when Scar was telling the hyenas that he was going to be king. In the movie, I love that song and how the hyenas are like going back and forth, bobbing their head and singing. And they kind of replicated the same thing tonight in the song and everything. I just love the theatrics of that. So that was really fun. My mom said her favorite part was when the baboon brought Simba to the water, and he told him to look in the water and stuff. And then they had the song of the stars, and he lives in you, and your father's in you, or that type of thing. So that was really good. Trail asked Trail was like, all of it. So clearly he said all of it. But yeah, they did a really good job. They had, of course, they had items you could buy. They had like stuffed animals. They had shirts. They had bags. All of that. Everybody. It was a guy. He was dressed in like a Lion King garb, but it was like pink. It was like pink, black, and white. But it did look like the cheetah print and all of that. So, but yeah, everybody did a really good job. The kids performed very, very well. The kids were like Trail's age, around like between 8 and 10. Maybe they could have been 11 or 12, but they were very voices were good. Their range was good. You could hear them very clearly. They were articulate. The singing was out of this world. Like everything. I don't have anything to complain about, honestly. The only thing I think people need to be mindful of is when everything is a live show. If your child starts crying and you can't quickly soothe them, it's just a good idea to get up and walk out. That's the only thing. But that could be at church, a concert, at a restaurant. People they're like, well, I pay for it, and my kid's just going to sit here until they stop crying. No, it would be nice if you just walk them out, and you'll just have to miss that part or whatever and come back in. But anyway, yeah, so on our way to take my mom back home, and then we were going to go with the Denny's, but I'm kind of sleepy, so I think we're going home. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good start to your week tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys at some point. Bye.